Just FYI, we've started the stream.
Well, we're just checking that everything works.
Oh, wow, it's really not delayed.
Hey, okay. So yeah, just no one, I don't know.
Disconnect from that to next.
This is why I specifically said
I've done airplane, but then put the Wi-Fi on after I've done airplane. Yes.
I've got
I used to play basketball characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got 2 mods to sell, which is slightly different. So that messages can come through, but I don't get notifications.
You're not the only complete novice. Semi-novice.
That's Reece just leaving out future adventures.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Very good.
No, Chaz, you are at this point experienced.
I was just going to maybe here.
We
We need a better system.
We do need a better system.
guys,
We will figure that out.
guys, we go
We don't start for 3 minutes.
for 10 minutes.
You'll know because I'll come and do my intro tax.
Okay. Listen, relaxed performances. That's what this is.
You all have 3 minutes of what I'm calling free play.
Don't worry too much. We'll handle most of the maths. I'm just going to ask you for certain numbers off of there at various points, and other than that, just sort of approach it as a short form acting job.
Fantastic.
Short form, maybe not so much for some of you.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Fine.
That's the wrong, yeah.
Also, you're not allowed to peek into the chest.
Yeah.
I have attempted to peek over.
Just for the sake of the front of house team, I think we should.
Second day of the Fringe. I've had a good night's sleep. I've seen the new episode in the morning. I'm ready to roll.
It's not new, not April.
No, the new one.
Where is it?
Season 3, episode 2.
How
It's
do we
online.
find it? Because we've tried on Netflix, we can't.
It won't be on
Where else do we get
Netflix
it?
for a while.
Yeah, for some reason Netflix are dragging their heels on this, but you can find it on any streaming site.
Yeah, see, I make the same mistake. I watched the first one, I'm realising the second is...
Somebody has uploaded the entire episode to Facebook, and that's being shared around.
Excellent.
If I accidentally came across a clip and it made me sad to see look for
On that note, hi everyone, welcome to the first hour of Adventurers Wanted. Right, I want to apologise, I'm going to be looking at my phone a little bit, but I am the first person to read this intro out. I'm sure by hour 5 I will absolutely know it. So before we kick off, it's just a reminder that this show is a relaxed performance, which means that any noise or movement coming from the audience or people who find it difficult to stay quiet or stay still is allowed in this space. And the lighting will be staying like this, so this should be fine for everyone, hopefully not too bright or too dark. There also won't be any sudden noises, but we will have some music in the background occasionally to sort of enhance some dramatic moments that we sure will happen, but we don't know yet, so we'll see. It also might be a bit late. If you need to take a break or a breather for any reason, there is a seating area just outside which you are more than welcome to use if you just need to pop out for a minute, any time during the hour. I'm Naomi, and if you need any help during the show, give me a wave or come over to me. If you need anything right now, let me know. And if you need a hearing loop, a headset, anything like that, do let me know. And yes, I'm going to pass over to Leo, who is our GM for today.
Hello there! Good Lord, thank you. I'm Leo. Hi, I'm the Games Master for this hour and indeed the next 5 hours. If you have no idea what this is, I am basically going to be running the world, as it were. Each of our players here has a character that is attached to them. They will tell me how they want the character to interact with the world, and I will tell them how the world reacts, and sometimes to mediate the things that might be unfair, we have dice to roll, and spectacularly fail at rolling on occasion. That's fine. You'll see what we mean. The story so far, we did run a preview, and what happened was the ship called the Spirit of the Horizon, which is a Sirican science research vessel was caught up in an expedition which turned out to stumble across the grave of an old one, ancient god, which they then awakened, which then decided to rampage through their military escort. And so in order to try and escape, they decided to cast a spell on this that they had found on the island. This spell that they didn't know what it was do, but it was some kind of transportation spell, and it indeed cost the life of the ship's captain to finish casting that spell. She died saving the rest of the crew, and immediately where we left off, the ship was on strange waters, unaware of where they'd been, and land had just been spotted off in the distance. So we'll meet our characters. Should we start from left to right? Just say hello and tell us who you are, who you're playing.
Cool. Hey, I'm Tom. I'm playing Michael Salmon, who is a human, who is a fighter, who finds himself as a bit of a chef. Is terrified of lots of other things. I am playing Commander Golan Height. He is a human barbarian. He is the commander of the ship. Obviously, the way a ship's structured, there's a captain and then there's a master and a commander. So there's a little bit of a vacuum, and there's also the fact that because of all of the horrible things Golan see, he has started drinking again. So that's not great.
So you're the acting captain.
I'm the acting captain at the moment.
Fantastic.
I'm Chris. I am playing Troglador the Unburnt.
Yes!
Is a human fighter he used a background as a thief, and then after an unfortunate incident with a dragon where he was not burned, he has gained a full sense of confidence and now is an aspiring fighter, but is not very good at it.
I'm Oliver, and perhaps unfortunately for Troglador, I am a dragon called Rogar Gastan, who is extremely strong, extremely powerful, but not known for any intellectual qualities whatsoever, but also with the special gift of being able to breathe out poison. Yes, that's me.
Did we get your character's name?
Yes, Golan Height.
I do. Cool. Right. So the scene. You're on the deck of the ship, coming to terms with Captain Sammy de Lasson's death. Your captain. She has been given the proper funeral rites by the ship's cleric, and land ho has just been called from the crow's nest by Aladine, who sits up there, the elf with the good eyes. How are you feeling, Golan? I saw you sitting there.
Yeah. I don't feel great. I'm not gonna lie. Do we have any magic people on the ship? People who understand what?
Yeah, absolutely. There's Brina and Caetano who saw the spell being cast immediately firsthand, and they are in the captain's cabin having a quick study, trying to glean what they can. But
right, I'm going to head over there to those guys.
Okay, fantastic.
I don't suppose you have any idea what the hell just happened.
And Brina just turns around to you with this mad look in her eye, like, No, I don't! I have no idea! And then she goes over to the bookcase and starts pushing it for some reason. Caetano gives her a sad look and goes, The captain died and we're safe for now, but we should find land. I can't research this right now.
Right. Well, apparently we're approaching land soon, so maybe we need to find some sort of port and try and collect our heads. And then when we find some sort of port, I will also find some sort of port.
Great. Where are the rest of you? Are you stood up on deck? Are you down below?
Can I be on the land we're approaching?
Can you be on the land?
Seeing a very tempting ship approaching where I'm based.
Sure, absolutely. You wouldn't be a native.
No.
Just so you're aware. I know things about this island.
A rogue operator.
Fair enough.
Rogar.
So what's happened? What's happened with you, Rogar, is that you, the Green Dragonborn, you've sort of stowed yourself away.
Right. Okay.
On a ship, and unfortunately that ship has been sort of attacked and brought ashore onto this island.
Yes.
And you heard some nasty battle sounds where you stayed hidden through the nasty battle sounds, and now you pop your head out to see another ship on the horizon, perhaps rescue, come to save you.
Yes, I do. I see that ship, and I decided at a relatively safe distance to fly towards it to see what I can see if I get.
See, you
I
don't
can't
actually
fly.
have wings.
I don't
You're not. You're Dragonborn, not dragon. Yeah, no, that's fine.
What I do is I take some of the timber from this ship,
Okay.
and I burn a pyre on the beach to attract attention.
To attract attention. Okay, excellent. Roll a survival check. So you'll see a bank of skills there.
Yes.
And then you'll take the 20-sided dice.
Yes.
You've got just about what else is there?
Yeah.
Roll that and add whatever your survival score is next to it.
No, 11 plus 0.
So 11, that's fine. It takes you, this is an excellent idea, it takes you a long time to actually get a spark going, because a lot of the timber that you find is damp. Of course, having been part of the boats that are in the sea. So that's what Rogar's doing. What is Troglodyte doing? Troglodyte, my apologies.
Is
Thank you for that.
looking at the land and initially wondering, right, what can we steal? There's got to be something on there of value. So let's get to the land. There's enough talking. Should be more sailing.
Exactly.
So let's get to the land. Find what's of worth. Obviously we can research this horrific spell that's killed the captain while we're at it. But I'm happy to lead some sort of stealing party.
Sure. Imperial Expeditionary Force.
Yeah, to see if there's anything in there.
What about Michael? What are you doing?
So, when the confrontation was happening, Michael was very much in the kitchen.
Yes.
And during the spell casting that killed the captain, Michael was actually curled up in one of the disused ovens, really clutching himself and very, very afraid.
Very, very afraid.
Are you Jim Hawkins? But now I've heard land ho being called, and seemingly no sound of alarm, I've gone to the very front to the bowsprits, that bit, and I'm looking quite excitedly at the land, kind of leaning forwards, hopefully, so the ship gets a little bit
momentum.
A little bit more momentum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, in that case, I'd like Troglodyte and Michael to roll perception checks then for me. So again, you've got your bank of skills there.
I've got an unnatural 20.
18 plus 2. Fantastic. That's a very good score.
I have 11 in total, so 7 plus 4.
Fantastic. 11. So Troglodyte, you don't see this, but what Michael sees, it's probably a bad thing that Michael sees it, is particularly, is as you're leaning over the bowsprits, you see these 10 fins approaching the ship in the water, cutting their way through the foam, and you're looking to see, they're sharks. Sharks can't get us up on the ship, right? But as you look, you see they aren't sharks and they're coming up for air, and what you see glimpses of are these shark-like mouths and evil eyes looking up at the ship, and they are coming straight for you.
I do this.
You will hear that. You hear the familiar refrains of Michael Salmon screaming.
Salmon, what are you wailing about now?
Not whales, sharks, sir!
Well, that's fine. Sharks can't get on ships, you foolish boy.
But with eyes and things.
I can't
Bad
see
ones.
anything. What are you looking at?
Use your good eyes, like the elf has.
Troglodyte, what's he talking about?
Anodyne is actually, you look up to the crow's nest, and Anodyne is looking off in the complete opposite direction. He doesn't see it at all. So, do you want to roll a perception check before we go?
Can I be peeking over his shoulder?
Yeah, have advantage. Have advantage from Michael helping you.
That is worse than mine. That is a big fat 12.
12? Okay, sure. At this point, though, the monstrous shark, half-shark creatures are in fact climbing onto the hull of the ship.
But wait, I'm still able to see them. I'm still.
You're very much aware of where they are.
Nice.
Are they?
And they're climbing up to the ship, and the first inkling that you get of them is when the 12 of them put their claws over the side, and one of their faces just goes in your face.
Oh, an excuse to hit something, and I would like to rage.
Okay. What we'll do now is we'll roll initiative. So again, roll your d20. Oh no, we're not doing that. Sorry, my mistake. House rules. What's your dex score there? Dexterity.
Dexterity is
13. Fantastic. Go. 14. 16. Unfortunately, you're on the island.
I am.
So well, that might be fortunate.
Look out!
I'm wondering why the ship is getting so terribly close to the island without anyone trying to slow it down or steer it.
Can somebody steer this boat? I call over my head.
And indeed, the ship's cleric is up at the wheel going, I'm doing it! Alright, cool. We are now in combat. Have we got any combat music? Can we do some combat music? That'd be great.
Yes.
Shark creatures.
Are these guys humanoids?
They're bipedal. They've got gills and they've got human-like faces. They don't have noses per se. They've got these black eyes of a shark and rows of teeth and jaws.
I've got a favourite enemy for humanoids, so I wonder if they would count as favourite enemy for that.
They would. Yeah, they do actually count as humanoids for that. Yeah, they're cycle.
My man!
No, you'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Okay, so Marikina.
Would I have to rage on my turn, or is that right before combat starts?
Sorry, no, I've forgotten what your dex score was.
14.
14,
16.
16. So in fact, it's we're going in that order. That's very useful for me. Michael, what would you like to do?
I would like to get out my longbow and shaking hands, fire it at the nearest one.
Yeah, and these creatures are just now climbing over the side of the ship.
And they do look hostile. It's not like I'm attacking a peace party.
No, they look hostile. They're coming for you. And in fact, they're holding daggers in their mouths and they've got spears in their hands as they're coming up over the side of the ship. Roll an attack roll for me.
Yes, quite.
20!
Is that a critical success?
That is it. First attack roll!
Fantastic.
First attack roll of the fringe.
So what we're going to do,
Michael Salmon!
roll the dice, then double whatever you roll, and then add your modifier. So much.
No.
I can't see so well from
Yes, it's that. Sorry, can I use that?
If you want.
No. 7.
So 14.
So 14. My modifier is plus 3. So that's 17.
17 damage. That is a good hit.
That is a
You release the arrow and it in fact knocks the knife from the mouth because it's too hard to hold back. And it goes straight out through one of the gills on the other side of the thing's neck. It starts bleeding quite profusely. Golan, take us on.
I would, so, if I haven't already, I will rage.
Roll rage, yeah.
And then I'm just going to, I'm just gonna get one of them with the maul.
Okay.
Get off my boat!
Roll an attack roll for me.
Of course. Now, here's the moment of truth.
Yeah.
Here's the moment. So, wait, so it's plus 5, that's good.
For level 1, it's not bad.
Yeah.
No, you're level 2, aren't you?
That is a 7 plus 5. Yep.
Do you know what? That just hits. 7 plus 5, 12. So it tries to duck you, and you have to change direction at the last second, but you still manage to come down on its hand as it's trying to pull itself over the
Excellent. And that's 2d6 plus 3 by raging, so it's plus 2, so it's plus 5.
Plus 5. 2d6 plus 5.
That is 7 plus 5. What is maths? 7 plus 5. Oh, thank you, that's 12 damage. I know.
It's true, he did literally just do the same stuff. Cool, 12 damage, yeah, there's a horrible cracking noise as your ball comes down on the scales and these things are.
As I come down, because it leant over and went like that, can I also lean into it and go, ah?
Sure, absolutely, and it goes.
That's what you
and then
intimidation. You've got to
screams.
pay your teeth.
Roll an intimidation check.
Yeah. Roll intimidation check. I've only got +1 to intimidation. This is going to work out swimmingly.
No.
That is a natural 1.
Hey!
It's not intimidated.
Yeah.
It's confused.
Yeah. You know what? That's fair.
Okay.
And that's dice jail.
Chocolate.
I'm going to draw my longsword with the calm overconfidence of a terrible fighter.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So is that that's the X1 one, isn't it?
Yes, you'll need to roll to attack first, though, which will be your 20s.
So 14 attack.
And you should have a list of attacks on there.
Here.
Yeah, there it is. On the left.
On the left.
There it is.
That one.
Yeah.
Yes, +5.
+5. So,
So
19.
19.
That definitely hits.
Cool.
Now you've got your D8 and you roll the damage.
5, and then this is +5 as well. So is that
A 10. That is indeed 10. Yeah, that's a good hit, and you cut it across its chest as it hops over. All three of them board your ship now, and what have we got? +3. So the one attacking Troglodyte misses quite horrendously. The one attacking Golan hits, and the one attacking Michael misses. I'm going to grab myself some more D20s for future. Okay. So Golan, as this thing's spear comes into you, you're going to take. Stop it. You're going to take 6 damage halved to 3 because you're raging.
I'm raging.
Yeah. Fantastic. Michael, we're back to you.
Cool. So, and they have too
All of-
close to shoot.
They, you would now get. Well, it depends where you want it to be at the beginning of the battle.
Well, I guess also I was getting over the bowsprit, and then
Yeah. So you're right up in front of them.
But when I was screaming, I was probably stepping backwards.
Okay.
If they're on the bowsprit, it's like that out the front of the ship, so it's actually really hard for them to get up to that. Because they can't come over the side of the ship, you're on the
That's true. It's true. You're probably fine. You're probably fine. You're probably not getting. It's there, stood at the bottom of the bowsprit with a spear, like jabbing up at you. So you go on. You can still attack it with your bow.
Great. That is what I can do.
Yes.
Aiming right at it. Right at it. Yeah. That is a 14.
He's got the balance. 14 hits. Yeah, absolutely.
This is not that. It's that one. That. I need to. Okay, cool.
That's okay.
That is a 7.
7, fantastic. That kills it. So you place your second arrow on the opposite side of where you place the top one, and it just sort of half severs the head and sort of drops backwards, and the thing just falls into the sea.
Get in the sea!
Get in the sea!
I do a little victory dance and nearly fall off. Oh, I can't say that. Oh, that's not how to do it.
Roll a dexterity saving!
It's not bad for a guy who's fighting in a
It's a nice oven. 11 plus 14.
14, okay, you
Well,
get
saving throws plus
one
5.
move into your victory dance, and then you're like, this is a bad idea.
It is.
Golan.
Ball for days. Plus 5, that is 14.
14 hits.
Excellent, nice. And I would like to say, within the world, get in the sea!
Okay.
While I'm raging.
Fine.
That is 5 plus 3. No, wait. 8. Let me add this up properly. That's 13.
13 hits. That also kills that one.
Get in the sea!
You just knock it an uppercut and it goes back over the edge of your ship into the sea. Troglodyte.
Quite a successful longsword.
You did.
Let's do another longsword attack. With even more overconfidence this time. My success last time. So,
He's not sure that's going to hit.
Yeah, that's 5 plus 5 is 10.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay.
It brings its spear around and like blocks your sword as you're coming down, and then flips it around and attacks you with it. But you manage to dodge out of the way of that because they're not very good at what they do. Apparently. So all around you, the crew are jumping in and battling the rest of the shark-like creatures, and it's very obvious to them that they are losing the battle. So at this point, they're going to start to rout, and they're just going to jump back into the sea and start swimming towards the islands that you're going to.
As one leaps up, can I try and just catch it around the back of the head as it's jumping up?
Go on then.
Yeah. Keep in mind how badly I roll, so this is just spin in a circle. Oh no, that is 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
That'll hit. Yeah.
But damage score quite low. So that is 8.
Yeah. So Golan gives one of them a parting blow and
stabbed.
and gives it an extra 2 feet range on his dive.
I'd like to shout, fishes should belong in the oven as they cook.
Fantastic. Good character work there. Rogar, standing on the beach and finally getting your fire to work.
Yes.
You
Fire burn.
Rogar strong. You see a retreating sort of half dozen of these shark creatures heading towards the beach that you're on.
I do.
The ship is following them.
The ship is following them. I haven't encountered them. I suspect they're kind of natives of the waters of these islands.
Yeah, it wouldn't take too much intelligence to work out that these are the guys that attacked the ship that you were on.
Yes, exactly. So, Rogar revenge.
Rogar revenge. Okay.
He strides down to confront them directly. No running away.
Fantastic.
Goes down to the edge of the water.
Roll.
Can I see this?
Roll a perception check.
Oh no, not with that. That is 4.
Do you two want to roll perception checks as well? Trogdor and Michael. Rogar, can you roll an intimidation check?
14 perception.
14? No. None of you see this.
12.
12. Okay. A lot of the shark-like creatures, which I'm going to say the word that Reckoner is what they're called. They're running towards you, and they look scared.
But they're still running towards you.
And they're running towards you, and you're like striding there, weapon in hand.
Yeah.
And some of them go and just sort of run off in another direction. But one of them comes straight at you.
Okay.
It looks very much like he's had a bruised right calf, almost like it's been hit by a wall while he was trying to dive from a ship. He's going to try and attack you. You rolled a 3. I can't roll today. So he misses you entirely.
He misses.
What's your armour class for
18.
18? Fantastic. Oh yeah, no, he definitely misses you. It just pings off of your heavy armour.
Yes.
Would you like to roll an attack roll?
I would, yes.
What are you using?
I'm using my javelin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
But in a thrusty way. Thrusty close combat kind of way.
Thrusty close combat javelin. Got it. No, it'll be the D20.
Oh, is it still
Because
this is my attack roll?
Yeah, you've got check 6.
19.
19 definitely hits, yeah, and then it'll be the D6. The strength one. It's the normal one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. We call them D6s.
6.
What? Good gosh, okay. What's your...
No, that's with the
with the initial. Okay, so 6 total. Fantastic. You definitely stab it, and your javelin goes quite deep into it, and you can see the fear light up in its eyes, and it just... It's taking your javelin with it, and it's running. Do you want to try and get your javelin back, or are you just going to let it run?
Can I breathe my poison gas code?
Yes, you can. You definitely can. It needs to save against that. It does save against that. So roll 2d6 for me. So roll the normal twice. 6. So 8 takes 4 because it dodges out of the way. It has a sort of instinct about what you're going to do, and it sharks. I know, right? And it just jukes out of the way. It does a little roll away from you. It's still coughing. Takes your javelin off into the jungle, the tree line that you hadn't even been concentrating on yet. You hadn't seen this tree line. You were looking out at the sea. And as you're looking out at the sea, you can see that that ship that was coming is now close enough where it's weighing anchor, and they're putting out a little lifeboat into the water, hopefully to come here. And I presume the 3 of you will be on that lifeboat.
Well, after seeing how Salmon handles himself in a fight, of course I'm going to take. Salmon.
Oh no.
As we're heading to the island,
Yeah.
I would like, well, first of all, end my rage would be the first thing.
Yes.
Because otherwise I'm just madly going
Well, your rage ends itself
after a minute.
if you're not dealing
Oh,
damage.
jumping in, yeah. So as we're heading to the island, I'll say, if we encounter any more of those things, we're going to need a bigger boat. Oh, thank you.
Okay, cool. It was good up to that point.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, everyone.
Yeah, ruined it. Ruined it for everyone. Really spoiled the mood.
Cool. And as you approach the island, do you see, is that a green dragonborn just sort of stood on the beach, weapon in hand, shaking his fist at the trees?
A struggling fire.
Yeah, with poison just sort of
He looks famous.
burning from his.
Go talk to him.
Alright,
I'll find you.
I'm going to go and talk.
Fantastic. Stride up the beach. You see Bogart, this very confident-looking man with a long sword, striding up the beach towards him.
I say, what's a handsome chap like you doing in a place like this?
And I say, have we met before?
I say, no, but it's broken the ice.
Oh, that's right.
And I ask, why you're so unhappy? Why
Spear! Spear gone! Spear gone! Trees gone!
What is happening? Can I get a perception check from the rest of the crew?
Oh, there we go, that's better. 8. 21.
20. Wow. Okay. So what you see on this beach is a couple of ships have been moored around the island. It's a very small island. In the heat of battle, you didn't spot these ships before. And it looks like they've been dragged up onto the island, looted, bits of the wood is gone, none of the supplies are around, like empty boxes lie scattered on this beach, next to a small fire, which has clearly been cultivated by this green dragonborn, struggling, as you say. And for yourself, Golan, you see a path leading inland from the beach, which has been created by drag marks. It's not any official path, it's just sort of a desire line that's been created by drag marks going inland.
Interesting.
You, of course, are seeing all 3 of these.
Yes,
gentlemen,
I want to try and drag Troglodyte into the jungle
Okay.
to help me go and carry on attacking the people who stole my javelin.
Okay, fantastic. Are you going with him, or are you going to
Well,
try?
I'm being dragged.
Oh,
I'm
you're
going to
gonna try-
resist.
you
I will
resist it? Yeah, okay,
resist.
fantastic. So I need you both to roll an athletics check.
That is 16 in total.
Ooh, that's a high bar.
17.
Great.
Struggle.
I'll scream
Literally
as I
Wait,
move away.
wait! Him, for God's sake, him, friend, him, friend, we, ship, you want off?
I'm still screaming because a dragonborn.
Will you shut up? I've got a headache.
Rogar is very impressed by the clarity of your communication. And says, yes, off, but first javelin.
You lost javelin.
Yes.
Fishmen take javelin?
Yes, fishmen!
Fishmen attack boat.
His
We
hands
unite,
are-
we unite.
Suggestion, we smash fishmen.
Rogar, smash!
Together, team.
Yes.
His hands are now tightening around my throat.
Let's go,
Excitement.
let's go, my idiot.
Drops to the ground.
What's name? Me, Golan,
We Rogar.
Rogar. Pleasure to meet.
Two-syllable words that come.
Nice to meet. How do you do that handshake that they do in Predator?
Rogar points at the drag marks. He points at the drag marks, suggesting they may be a good thing to follow, since you see no other life on this island other than the bipedal shark people.
I'm fine.
Follow
by
the
the
shark
way.
people.
Path to fish guys.
Yes.
We take front.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we just want to go.
Michael, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling better.
Salmon, I say hand back and do that bow thing that you did so well on the ship.
Okay.
How's that sound? Grand idea?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? Alright? You okay, buddy? Yeah.
Is there any form of medic on the cruise? I'm really struggling to breathe. The bruising is quite substantial.
I've got some really nice rations. They're not medicinal, but they are delicious.
I will take them.
Can I do like a physical
medicine check.
Can I do a physical medicine check?
Yes,
Just
you
like sort of like Fonzie his lungs into the
Sure. Roll medicine check.
That is a big fat 2. I literally just punch him in the stomach.
Your commander comes up and just backhand punches you in the chest and goes, "You're fine."
I'm feeling better.
Feeling better.
Yes, you are.
I can carry you if you need to be carried. If you need,
No.
if you need to.
Are you ready for another scuffle?
Yes. I mean, I'm probably not going to lift my long sword. I'm feeling quite weak, so I'll head in with my, I'll head in crossbow at the ready.
Alright, cool.
All right. You guys are sort of our
So,
range maneuvers.
party order, we've got Golan and Rogar at the front, and then Michael and Troglodyte behind.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I have to say, chaps, I thought being on a science festival would be deadly boring, but I'm already having a smashing time. I'm fully intended.
Can I get a survival check from the two chaps in front?
Yep. That is 15.
Okay.
12.
Yeah, it's very easy to follow this path through the trees. As you're walking along this island, the ground feels quite sort of loose in a lot of ways. It doesn't feel like rock or earth beneath you. It feels a little bit as if you did anything of any increased damage to the earth, it would just crack. And it feels quite hollow in a lot of ways. But there is a lot of vegetation growing on it. All around, we've got trees, we've got grass. And as you follow the path, you can hear the strains of a sort of struggle up ahead. You can hear just...
Go down. Approach quiet. Go quiet. Surprise.
Quiet.
Quiet, then loud.
Quiet then loud.
Quiet, then loud.
So the Rogar gets down low, and it's even weirder on this ground, I think, being really close to it. So it's a very odd sensation. You say like you're crawling on the surface of a massive egg or something.
Yeah, it's almost exactly like crawling on the surface of a massive egg. And that's the face I live to see. Can I get stealth checks from the whole party as you all go down low into the
Oh,
underworld?
baby, don't let me down.
17.
17. 17.
That is an unnatural 20.
A most unnatural 20.
That is a 9.
9.
Oh dear.
Sam, that's great. 12. Okay, but as a party, you're moving fairly quietly, and Sam, you are at the back.
Yeah.
So Rogar and Golan, you get down low. Your men follow suit, and you hear the crack of a whip up ahead, and a short scream that sort of accompanies it. And very soon, coming around the corner, you see two of the Reckoner, basically slave driving these two other characters who are dragging a massive box along this path.
Ooh, things to steal.
Can I do one of those SAS things then?
Yeah, sure. He puts his fist up and then closes. How does Rogar move? Okay.
I'd like to walk into it. If that's
Sure, absolutely.
You know, you started the day off really strong. Point that out. There's still time. Right. There are two in the distance. Will you chaps think you can take them out?
Yeah, we'll. I'll go to the right. You go to the left. We'll circle round behind them.
These two shoot, then we run loud, smash.
Good. Yes, absolutely.
I'm
A great
really like
axe is
this.
my only other weapon, so
What?
a great axe is my other weapon.
Yeah,
so
that's
more
good.
direct.
I mean, I have to say, I really like this chap. I really do. He just gets me.
Can I get new stealth checks from Michael and Troglodytes?
That is 12.
Ooh, that's so 8.
Okay. The overconfident Troglodor is really excited about his tactical plan, and as they split through, he just runs. He's like, I see a tree, that's where I'm going, and you just run to it, and the Reckoner snap their eyes towards you, and they immediately see you.
See him.
See Troglodor, yeah, not the rest of the three of you. Can we all of us roll? Oh no, we're not doing that. I'm sorry, house rules. I need to get used to these house rules. Bear with me. It's 45 minutes in, I do apologise. Yeah, okay, so the Reckoner are going to try and attack you, but you will get a shot off at least before they get at you. Would you like to roll an attack for that shot?
Okay. Fire my crossbow.
Indeed.
That is an 8.
An 8 total? No, that misses.
Okay.
Surprised at how they could possibly hear you, you wheel round a little bit too fast, and the bolt just sails over the Reckoner. And they run towards you. They're not going to be on top of you at this point,
Okay.
but in the next few seconds, they're going to be able to hit you. Michael Salmon, you see all this happen?
You know what I say? Whipping people is really not on. And that grinds my
Whipping
gears.
is for cream!
That's what I say. That is exactly what I say. And I say it twice. It's great. So I shoot at the nearest one with a 21.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. What's the damage?
Back on
That is a 10.
Fantastic. And they are now aware of you, having stood up and shouted, "Whipping is for cream," and loosed this arrow into one of the Reckoner's legs. It just turns around and goes, "Ah!" and starts running towards you, while the other one stays on you.
Is there any way that as it's running towards him, I could just literally intercept with them?
Yeah, sure. You can move. You go to positions around and intercepts between the Reckoner and Michael. Roll and tackle.
Did you say how many Reckoner there are?
2.
Could I just pull out my longsword and stand, if it's running at me, just stand there with it in the hope that it will impale itself?
You can do that. Yes. You can do that. Go for it.
Reckless attack.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't need it with a 19, right? But just in case.
Just in case, you've got a 5% chance of doing better.
Okay, so it was a 19 plus 5.
Okay, that's definitely hits.
Definitely going to hit. I'm not raging, so it's just plus 3. That is 6 plus 3 is 9.
9. Okay, fantastic. This Reckoner is already looking like it's had enough. Like it was quite happy to take Michael Salmon, but then when this when this guy with a massive maul swings round into its chest, it's like, oh no, I'm done. This is it.
Tenderizing is for me.
I will give you the option to surrender, good fishman, or I shall rearrange your face.
And I'll scream some sort of pun.
Icicles!
That would be good, just some sort of...
Okay, do you want to continue to just stand there with your sword? You have the option at this point, I feel it would be unfair not to let you know, to attack it.
Well, then that seems as far as
Okay, that's cool, let's do that.
Is this still the one that you shot at, or is this the other one?
No, this is the other one.
Okay.
Ooh, 17, that's
That hits.
22.
That definitely hits. Roll your damage. No, that's not great.
6.
You've got +5, that's not bad, is it? You bring your longsword round and just cut the arm there. Your plan went to pot. How could this happen?
Can I be moving in to try and behead this reckoner?
You can indeed be moving in to do that, but it gets to attack first.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm sorry about that. Plate armor, that's what you get. So, we'll do the one attacking Troglodyte first.
I feel like not having a well thought out pun is kind of my downfall.
Is your downfall, yeah.
I mean,
Have you
just
got
actually
all
shout
that?
some sort of those are the words he's got.
Yep. Oh, it's at 17. No, it misses you. You're just too fast for it, and you're out of the way. Whereas the one attacking Godar,
There we go. It also rolls with advantage.
ooh, it does roll with advantage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That is a 21 to hit.
That'll
which
do
I
it.
assume,
That'll do it.
I assume will hit you. So it brings its spear down. So that shows it does dice for 5 damage.
5 damage.
Hey, wait,
Not
is that
hard.
my spear?
No. Every spear you're looking for. Every spear you're looking for.
Not
Your
all
spear.
spears look alike, alright?
Not all spears. So now you can attack.
Okay. Right, with Rogar. 10.
10 total.
Oh, what do I know?
You've got a bank of attacks there.
Oh yeah, attack roll.
Yep.
5, 15.
15 will hit. Yeah, that's good because the 10 wouldn't. Deal your damage, which I think should be a D12.
Twice in this room.
Is that one just there to the left? Yeah.
That one.
There you go. No damage.
11.
11 total. You've got to end.
Oh,
yeah,
plus 3, 14.
14. Fantastic. So yeah, you full on behead this hyena. You come out of the undergrowth with your massive two-handed axe, and a well-placed strike just lops its fishy head off. And the blood goes all over Troglodyte.
Anyone for sushi?
There we go. The one on the two of you is still alive though and kicking. Michael, it's up to you.
I remember the captain saying something about offering you the chance to surrender.
Yeah.
Nah, shoot it. Don't have to I'm a bit scared. I'm
So,
not gonna give it a
just to
chance.
recap, the sentence you just said there is, I remember the captain giving it a chance to surrender, but I'm just going to shoot it.
Well, I don't think it took that chance. You know?
Okay.
It had the option,
Fine.
as it is.
Roll your attack.
I'm going to get it, hopefully. That is 23.
23 hits. You don't need much to kill
Okay,
it.
I've got a +3 as well. So,
It's dead. How would you like to kill this reckoner?
I would like to shoot the arrow right into its open mouth.
Of course.
The back of its head.
Ooh, nasty.
Yeah, the
But it
clean
comes
kill then.
straight out the bag, and it just falls. It just flops. There's not even time to react.
Yeah.
And the arrow into the box just behind, and you look up to see the two creatures that were dragging the box, looking sort of in awe and terror at the four of you, not aware of who you are. The one on the left is a sort of fox-like creature, with a shortish snout, long ears, they're both dressed in rags, and the one on the right is a short, sort of thin, dwarf-like creature, except through the emaciated sort of muscles, you can see scales starting to appear, sort of green and blue scales. It's like a fishy dwarf kind of creature with tinges of purple in its hair. And they both just look at you and say nothing.
We all stand there in an intimidating yet heroic pose.
Yes.
We just kind of assemble in a...
You assembled, yeah, and in fact the camera did a tracking shot around
Fantastic.
you with some very heroic music. Yeah, exactly.
And we offer just a nod.
Hello there.
Or a
All right, Obi-Wan.
Come here, my little friend. Don't be afraid.
No.
Can we approach the box more closely?
Yes, dear box.
The box, absolutely, yeah. The box appears to be a bunch of semi-rotting supplies. So we've got ship's biscuits, loaves of bread, mould just starting to appear on the bread. The ship's biscuits are fine, that's what they're designed for.
Salmon, can you make anything with this?
I can make a feast.
Are these your supplies? I say to the two.
The fox has sort of a new look behind her eyes at the civilized conversation, and she looks at you and goes, "They were my supplies."
Probably best not to touch them, I suggest.
That would be appreciated. My crew will thank you.
Where is the rest of your crew?
Up ahead,
Oh.
these fish-like creatures attacked us, took my crew, took my cargo, and now they're forcing us to create some kind of temple.
Do you have any cargo that's not rotting and of any worth?
I swear to God, man.
Our cargo was of the greatest worth to me, but probably no trinkets, if that's what you're looking for.
Subjective value, I'm not interested.
Fish enemy. All fish enemy.
Well said.
Not every fish.
Sharkfish enemy.
Sharkfish enemy. Who is this one?
This is what'll probably be my new best friend. But in the meantime, who's this chap? Is he part of your crew?
No.
Well, then who are you?
He's good.
And he turns towards you, and like I say, he looks a lot more emaciated than the fox-like creature. He looks like he's been here a lot longer, and he goes, "I was the captain of another ship. My name is Crusoe.
Oh, I
Most
see.
of my crew are dead."
So they make all the captains do that. It's a morale destroying. Very smart.
Crusoe, says Rogar. I know Crusoe. Crusoe, captain.
Yes, I was 2 months ago, and then I was captured here, and we've been slaves ever since. And his hand just sort of, while he's been talking, his hand has slipped into the box and he's eating a ship's biscuit, taking the opportunity. And that is when we're going to leave this hour in particular. So the adventure will continue after a short break. You've done the round of applause. I'll hand over to Naomi again.
Hi, so obviously thank you for joining us and coming to watch. You can drop back in any time. We're playing 10 hours every day from 10 till 3 and 5 till 10 PM throughout the entire Fringe, so until the 28th. 28th. And we'll all, if you want to stay for the next hour, please feel free to go downstairs and buy a fresh ticket, unless you've already got one. Also, we'll be live streaming on Twitch, which is what that camera's for. Which is on twitch.tv/Adventurous Wanted, and we are also live tweeting on Adventurous 250. Please tell people about us, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, in person, because that's still a thing. Thank you to our players. Some of these people are involved in other shows, so we wanted to give them an opportunity to do a quick plug. So, are you involved?
I've got a 20-minute short in 6x6x6 for 420 the Pleasant Stone on every even day of the month, which is the 2nd, 4th and 6th. See that if you like things.
Plug.
I'm doing a sketch show. It's called Dirty White Boys Stupid. It's on Just a Tonic at the Caves at 9:20 p.m. every night, except for tonight. I start tomorrow, so I've just got a nice free day. Playing some games, and then I've got to go to my tech run. But please come and see it. We're like an award-winning sketch group now, which is cool.
You are like that.
Yeah.
I have 2 shows. I have written a play which is premiering at the Space at Jury's Inn. So previews start Friday. It's called Elegy for an Echo. It's on at 8:10, and then I'm also in the Space at Symposium from the 21st to the 26th in a revival of Merrily We Roll Along, which is not the musical, the original play.
It's very intellectual. Yeah.
Wow. I have directed a new play called The Man on the Moor, which is on weekly on Underbelly 3 p.m. from tomorrow, and that is about the case of a man called David Layton, who was found on Saddleworth Moor 3 years ago, and those people who live with long-term missing or never appearing peoples in their lives. Max Dickens.
Lovely, thank you very much. Can we please give our players and GM a round of applause? We do have a really quick 10-minute turnaround in which we have to switch everything over. So those are the doors, feel free to leave, and hopefully we'll see you again. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to those of you on the stream.
Oh yes, thank you.
Where's the camera?
It's just on the top of that little pole.
I love Roadhouse so much.
Are you here tomorrow morning?
Yep.
We're saying that we're able to
Appointment them up and see.
it should be chopping off and starting again. And it's how we're going to do it with
stream on the stream